we're headed in the right direction, buddy. Come on. Come on, up here. Come on, Tux. Really? Come on, bud. Come on. Picking you up's not so good. Come on. You go to your spot. Come on. Come on. Hi, Morris. Here you go, buddy. Here you go. Wow. Morris got between Tux and his food. They aren't having issues anymore. Morris finally decided he just didn't care and was willing to be submissive. I'll be right back, Marty. I gotta go get the other bowl. I decided to put the other canned food up here. I'll move it when they're done eating. Goodness gracious. I'm not planning on doing too much watering this morning. Mostly just clean the kitty bowls. We have a chance of rain today. Hopefully it's not going to mess us up with the Starlink stuff. I didn't walk down in the front yard this morning. I'm sure I'll be down there later today. Mosquitoes were really biting today, way worse than normal. I've got bites all over my arms. Not fun. I'm just trying to be out there doing what I need to do and enjoying time with the cats, and not fun. Lots of new canna lily blooms. I count 5 red spikes this morning. Way cool. Hi, Gray. Good morning. Good morning. Hi, sweetheart. How are you? Good girl? Good girl. There you go. Fresh chicken. Well, for starters, it's raining.
Yeah, so no satellite today.
On top of no roof work.
Yeah, it's working good. We streamed last night. We watched all our normal stuff, which is all 100% streaming, and it never missed a beat as far as I could tell.
Yeah, my upload's not done, but there was close to 30 gigabytes of data for yesterday instead of the 11 I had the night before, because we went to the Arboretum, and when we traveled down the road together, we filmed more, we talked more.
Right.
So I'm not too totally surprised. Spectrum might have still been working on the upload too. Right. So it'll be done this afternoon, not terribly late for me to get busy with it. So we're headed to Lowe's Home Improvement.
Right.
Tell them what you were gonna
So I was thinking. I watched a couple videos on the chimney mounting the Starlink stuff, and the straps I've got are good, but they're kind of complicated. So I'm going to practice down on the ground. I'm going to use one of the pillars under the front porch, which is a brick pillar. I'm going to see how they work. But I've decided not to use the pressure treated 2x4 based on, since I've watched those videos. I'm just going to use a antenna mask. They sell it. It's $8 for a 5-foot piece, and 5 foot would be plenty. So we're gonna go to Lowe's and get that. Also, I'm gonna get a cable grommet pass through, because I am gonna end up drilling a hole through the siding and the wall in the attic. I'm not gonna drill through the roof. I'm gonna draw the siding, and I'll put a grommet there, and then I'm gonna snake that cable down beside the chimney and then up into the equipment room, and that's going to be enough of a task. So right now we're running 100% on Starlink. We have no other internet, because I tried to hook up Starlink to the edge router and it just didn't work. It just not the whole internet went down. We had no internet. We didn't have Starlink. We didn't have anything. So what I did is I disconnected the edge router, and there's one Cat 6 cable that carries the entire data for the entire house to the edge router. And so I took that cable and plugged it into Starlink, and when I did that, everything worked on Starlink. But that means now that the 5G modem and the cable modem, neither one of those are doing anything. They're idle because they're hooked up to the edge router. Anyway, I want to hook the edge router up, back up, and hook Starlink as one of the ISPs to the edge router. To do that, I'm going to go in bypass mode, which basically turns off the Wi-Fi and just turns it into a literally a modem, like a cable modem type situation. Anyway,
I'm glad he understands that.
Yeah, there's stuff, network stuff, but the physical challenge of mounting the antenna and all that other stuff, I guess I'm comfortable enough. And of course, now we get another day of trying it, because I'm not going to unconnect the Starlink. I want to use it as much as possible, because I really want to know how it works. Johnny's at home right now, although he's not doing anything right now. But like Marianne said, she's doing her upload. And if it craps out or something, we need to know that before we go through all this effort. Because trust me, running that cable is as challenging as going up on the roof.
Right. So we're headed to Lowe's Home Improvement. We're headed to Walmart in Holly Springs, which is just across the street from it, or up the street from it. It's raining. I guess you can hear the windshield wipers. That was sort of inconvenient that they came on then.
I'm sorry. That's because I put it in drive.
They're off now. So walking, not walking, I don't know. We're in our walking clothes. We'll see what the rain. I think it's going to rain for 2 or 3 hours, and then it'll be past us. Maybe the roof work tomorrow. We'll see. There's a chance of rain tomorrow. The only day there's not a chance of rain now is Thursday, and the forecast is for hot and humid. Like 96 degrees or something. So if we have to wait till Thursday, we'll just be out there early.
Right, but good news, the driveway alerts, both of them are working.
I told Don if he puts enough alerts and transmitters and receivers and thingies out there, whatever all that stuff is, one of them is bound to trip. But yeah, the UPS guy came and it went off in stereo. Well, I don't care if multiple ones go off. I really care about none going off, though. I don't need service guys or delivery guys coming to the back door and scaring me. So yeah, I really feel the driveway alert makes me feel more secure.
Right.
You can't even cross a bicycle with it, or Don's unicycle or stuff. It typically will set it off also.
Yep.
So, well, on foot, no, but yeah.
Yeah, anything with very much metal.
At all. Yeah. And just so you know, the guy from the town, he did indeed answer me about when will the Jeff Wells Trail reopen. And he said hopefully sometime this fall. All of the rain is slowing things up a bit. And I just Don had to listen to me spout off.
I got out of the kitchen quick.
I'm like, well, I'm not happy. Let's just say that, Don. When those words come out of my mouth that I'm not happy, Don. Well, I mean, seriously, now that's a long time to close a trail that people rely on, that has been put in there for, and then I just suspect when we get back in there, it's going to be all tore up and it's going to be ugly for a while. And I don't know. It seemed like one day the town said, we're closing the trail for work. We'll let you know when it reopens. And then now it's been at least 3 weeks. And now they're saying fall. So fall to me means October, November. Maybe fall could mean September. It better dang well not be December. So I don't know. He doesn't know. It'll be done when... I get it, that it'll be done when it's done. I really do understand that they don't have a definite date, but... Okay, I was disappointed. We're not going to be walking the full trail anytime soon unless we ignore the barricade. So, okay, the firemen have left now, but we were up at South Park, and Johnny reported to us that he heard a very loud boom that shook the house. It sounded a lot like what happened the other day to me and Dawn. So since we were just at South Park, we came home and Dawn went around. Wow, they have surrounded this house. There's huge amounts of gravel and equipment, and just, God, I'm glad that's not my house. Dawn would have to take me somewhere. He's laughing, but it's true, right? You'd have to take me somewhere.
Right.
I would be having a meltdown.
Going on emergency vacation.
Yeah, I'd be having a meltdown. Anyway, okay, breathing. Practicing breathing now. We were at South Park. We were on our way to Lowe's, but we hadn't really left the vicinity yet. Johnny heard a very loud boom that shook the house. I said to him, was it inside or outside? He said he thought it was outside, but he wasn't sure. So since we were so close, we went home to check it out. I told Johnny, I figure it's the construction guys, because as best as we can tell, we heard a super loud boom that shook the house a couple days ago, and best as we could figure, it was the construction guys. Anyway, we went home. The bricks underneath Starlink are still where they were supposed to be. Johnny does not understand the potentiality of that falling and making a boom, but that wasn't what it was. And then there was firemen and a whole bunch of stuff over here at the construction site. So they did something again. And everything's fine at the house. The bottom line is Johnny's good and the house is good, and we're now headed to Lowe's for the second time. I'm in the Holly Springs Walmart now. Dawn knows it's look at clearance plants, look at Lego, look at Hot Wheels, hopefully remember what I came for, and then head back out. He says he's just biding time until nap time, or maybe now's nap time. On a day like today, I guess it's stopped raining. If he's not careful, I'm gonna want him to walk. I did get what I needed at Walmart.
Why twinkle?
Dawn's like, what happened? You didn't come out with any plants. I passed up on the $10 clearance orchids because they're really too big for my windowsill. Dawn and I are talking about windowsill expansion though. He's thrilled. He was napping.
Yeah, I was.
I woke him up from his nap. I walked the whole store a time and a half, I guess.
Yeah,
so I got a few steps in there.
Well, good. Then we
If
can
you
skip
weren't,
a
if
walk.
I'd have known you were sound asleep, I would have walked the store 2 or 3 more times. Just walking, not looking. I've done that before at Walmart. I used to do laps at Walmart, inside the Walmart in Fuquay. 10 or 20 laps, depending on the day. Me and a couple of the senior citizens. Well, it's nice in the air conditioning in the summer to walk inside the store. You do have to be careful though not to take out other shoppers. Yeah, Don's going to drop me off to look at clearance, and he's going to go get started on what he's got to get. The Eureka actor's name is escaping me right now, but yeah, Dawn said, what did you...
Pets in here. You can put your cat and your dog in your
No,
washing
that's
machine.
not what it means. It says it'll remove 5 times more pet hair.
Where do you get pet hair from?
Your blanket,
Oh.
your clothes. Anyway, it was kind of cute. Stopped to look at this because it said add a cat and had the Pink Panther on it. You know, Saturday morning cartoon commercials in the 70s. And I guess that's the thing that blows it. And here's the stuff you blow.
Yeah, it's free for 24 hours.
Oh, is that what all that stuff up
Yeah,
there is
well,
telling
yeah.
you how to rent it?
Yeah.
Well, let's see. We decided I'd print Don a grommet at home on a 3D printer. And he's going to use a piece of pipe he already has because the fence pipe was so expensive, Don almost had a coronary.
Yeah.
The next time I tell him to grab that piece of pipe out of the electronics recycle, he won't flinch.
Yeah, I'm gonna start carrying a hacksaw blade and a hacksaw and a 1/4-inch driver in the car, so I can. Because today I would have got me a. I guess it's probably an 8-gauge cord. It had a 1450 plug on it.
Right, on that washing machine
Yeah.
or dryer or whatever that was over there. I guess dryer, washing machines don't
Yeah.
need heavy duty
Yeah,
voltage.
not that heavy, yeah. And the point is I already have, I got several of those, so I don't really need any of them, but you know, you never know.
It is copper.
It is copper.
It's kind of like us in silver at Guardian Angel.
Right. Well, you know, heaven forbid if I needed well, that's about a 6-foot piece of wire.
Yeah.
I would use that.
Yeah, that one looked particularly, yeah. Stripe says, Mom, when it's a rainy day, I hangs in the kitchen. It is still raining out there. We're being lazy about not walking. We probably could have walked, but we're going to go to the landfill, and Don wants to do a practice run with the straps like he talked about, and we got stuff to do. Did you want back out, Marty? I guess Johnny had let you in for a while, too. You guys can go out first. I mean, it's not bad weather out there. Marty's like, no thanks. It's still raining. That was so funny. We're here at the landfill in the GMC now, and even though it's lightly raining out and the ground and all is wet, there's still quite a few people here, and Don had to park farther away from the cardboard recycle than he typically likes to. But it is what it is. Getting something done today because it needs doing, and that way when the weather is better, we can do other stuff like Starlink, and Johnny's got robot stuff, and it's a lot to do in the next week or two. Johnny goes back on the 13th before we take Johnny back. A lot to do. Right? Just say right.
Right. Absolutely correct. My girl says it, it's right.
Wow, Mr. Ball sold the super big plant, and he's mostly got knockout roses left. I told him to have me a nice one ready for next season. I'll be wanting a new one next season.
Well, this is the chimney mount. There's two of these brackets. They go on the corner of the chimney, and then the strap wraps around the chimney and comes back around and sticks through this eye right here, like so. Okay, and you pull it, you know, more or less tight, because you got this amount of slack, and in fact there's the one on the other end, so you got 2 times that much threads to tighten it up. But what you do is you get it close, and then you use this little thing, clip. The clip thing goes here, and then of course you put the eye on like so, and then you fold the, well actually it would go this way, then you fold this back over itself, you stick it in that gap right there, and then when you get it in there, you then fold it forwards, and then you squeeze these 2 pieces down. So that zigzag and stuff basically locks that metal strap so it won't slip any, and then you can tighten it up as tight as you want using the threads. So anyway, I didn't think I was going to be able to get these clips off and not break those little wings or something, but I got lucky, and I careful, and with a, you know, hammer, a vise, and a screwdriver, I was able to open that up, and the other clip's about as good, maybe a little bit more rusted, but it's still functional. So I've got 2 clips now, and the ability to adjust that chimney strap. So I basically have what I want if I want to go up to the chimney and put it up on the chimney. But it's raining, so it's not today. I don't know. I'm still, you know, waffling back and forth, but the clips are no longer a problem. Here's what I was talking about. You see how it loops through the eye of that cleat, I guess, and then it goes through the clip, comes out the back side of the clip, comes back forward one more time, and then those 2 little arms clamp down on it and hold it, and then you actually fold it back one more time. I had opened it up, and so it's like that. So basically there's no way that thing's ever going to slip and come loose with that 90-degree or 180-degree kink in it. It ain't coming out, and that steel is tough. I had to really beat on those things to open them up. But again, I was careful not to Marianne printed me some grommets. They split so they can slip over the Starlink cable. So basically, you know, I can drill a hole that big, which is big enough to get the head of the cable through, and then slip the grommet over and plug up the hole. So I'll be probably using these. We printed 2 of them just in case, but they work pretty well. I'm impressed. This is made out of TPU, which is you know, will hold up pretty well. Maybe the UV will eat it up, but again, this Starlink thing, hopefully we're going to, by going through all this process, what I expect to happen is we go through all this, get everything set up, working great, and then the people with fiber call us up and says, oh, we're going to be running fiber in our neighborhood. And so I will have done all this effort for basically, you know, nothing. But hey, it'll be good while we have it.
Putting our meatballs in the oven, and I'm going to do bag 6 while they cook. Maybe start on 7. We'll see. I finished bag 6. It was the sign in front, the flower boxes, light pole, fire hydrant, and it topped out the stairs in the first floor. So I'm going to start bag 7. I'm not going to have time to finish it. It starts the floor for the second floor. That's about halfway through bag 7. I normally like to stop on bag numbers, but it's fine. This is good. Plenty fine stopping point. I think this goes here and this goes here, but it's, I don't know, a little unconventional. I'll just keep following the instructions. And like I said, I'm stopping for the night now. And who wants a couple of meatballs?